Hey everyone, it's your girl BHK. I was just gonna give you guys a piercing body mod update, whatever you want to call it. So I think it was the other day, like it wasn't yesterday, but I actually think it was I think it was like Sunday or something. I changed my Helix piercings out, which was an utter nightmare. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I changed them out. And it was an utter nightmare. Those captive bead rings, they're 16 gauge. And I was wondering if that's what that was going to be. I wonder if they were going to be 16 gauge, and I guess they were. And I got proof because I measured them with the caliper. But anyway, since I only have 18 gauge Labret studs, that's what I put in there, so I basically downsized. But after all that trauma and making my fingers raw and sore trying to pry the rings apart and using jewelry pliers and blood everywhere, it was a nightmare. I should have just went to a piercer and had him change them out for me, because that's another lesson that I've learned. Like, I wouldn't have thought that before probably, but you know, it's much better to have someone else with proper legit tools to do it for you, because I do not like doing things the should I even say redneck style? That is so wrong. Sorry if that offends anyone. I mean, just doing it with improper tools, it just feels so wrong. Anyway, they seem to be doing really well. And I think even I was researching on a forum, and I think, you know, downsizing the gauge of the jewelry could actually probably help the piercing, because it's not tight and, you know, whatever. So, and I was also worried about one of my posts, because first I tried 1/4 of an inch, and I poked it after I have a special insertion taper all the stuff's needle metal. But I was using the taper, which is helping a lot, and put the Labret stud in and followed it through like you would when you get a piercing. You know, you put the jewelry into the needle and you slide it through. That's what I did, but it was a taper. It was already pierced. But it was too short. So I was like, fuck. So I put the taper back in my ear, went in my room here and got my 5/16 inch. I have two of them, luckily. But anyway, I had one of those in my nose before, and I couldn't get them out, and I think I probably wore that like twice. I changed my nose ring like 5 or maybe more times, and it was before it was healed, I think. I mean, recently I just changed it, and it's been about like 6 months or more, so that seems to be okay. But I'm making a lot of mistakes. Even with my knowledge of body modification, I still make a ton of mistakes. So, and I'm ashamed of that, but I guess everybody makes mistakes, and I just need to get over it. But anyway, since I couldn't get that out of my nose, I had to use pliers. I had to clamp it and then pull the end out. But trying to wear Labret studs in your nose is a nightmare. And I just decided to get this nose screw because it was plain, it would go with everything, and I thought of getting a septum ring at some point, and just have something neutral there, like if I wanted like an opal ring. You guys can tell me in the comments if you think that I would suit a septum piercing. I'd probably get it anyway, but I just wanted you guys' opinions just for fun. But yeah, one of the posts was nicked, and now it's in my ear, so I'm hoping to good God that it doesn't give me an infection or anything, because I've heard you're not supposed to have jewelry in there with nicks or scratches or anything like that, because it gives a little place for bacteria to grow. So that is not very good. But anyway, hopefully that's okay. So change them out. I'm wearing the 4mm opal cabochon ends in them. both 5/16. I don't know if you guys can see my ear or not. I don't know if you can see anything. I have to cut that out, but and a little bit ago I went up to 0 gauge again. Like, well, I didn't really fully last time. Like, it's been 2 weeks since I tore my in my right ear. So I just stretched up again. I just every time I'm stretching lately, I'm just hoping and hoping I haven't torn them. This time it stung, but at the moment they sound sensitive and they are swollen and red and everything. But I don't, as of yet, I'm not in excruciating pain. So I am really hoping that this is successful. And I am just not made to stretch my ears because I am far too impatient. You can see my Instagram post about this, and I think it's been about 2 weeks. But anyway, I've torn my ears like 11, 12 times. I've lost count. Like, it's really bad. But the only thing I can say that's good is that I've used the proper materials and that I never had any blowouts. So that's the only good thing that's come of this. And I don't know, it's been a nightmare, and I think this is as far as I'm gonna go. Let's give you a closer look here. There we go. They're clear, single flared glass from Arctic Buffalo. Those are really great. You don't have to spend extra money on tapers or anything like that, and tapers are kind of yucky anyway, and I think I've learned my lesson from that. After having these, I'm like, everybody should get these. You know, I think at first, when I first discovered these, or reading about them or something like that, I was thinking, how was a blunt glass plug going to fit in your ear very well? And the idea is to wait until your ears are stretchy enough to accommodate it, because you're not supposed to force stuff in there anyway. So if you're having to shove a taper through your ear, you're not doing it right. So, like I said, my ear stretching journey has been kind of a nightmare, and I've known better the whole time of what to do. I was just too impatient, so torn my ears multiple times, and I've luckily never suffered any blowouts or anything like that. And most of my stretching journey, if I tore my ears, I've downsized. Like a couple weeks ago, when I was at 7 gauge and tried to stretch up. I think I did my right ear first, but I downsized back to whatever. And something really fucked up here, because my right ear, I tore the back of it, I think, because, you know, I saw blood when I stretched it, because, you know, I was forcing it through. But, I think this one I stretched up too, and it, actually, I can't remember which one I started first, don't even matter. But this one looked worse than this one, and this is the one I tore. I don't think I even tore this one. It just looked like red and puckery and kind of gross. And this one looks smooth and round. And this is the one I tore. Wide even. And I think I've discovered that my left ear is stretchier than my right ear. I haven't known what my bad ear is or my pain in the butt ear is, but like I've heard people say that everyone has a bad ear, then I think it's my right. I could pull on this one and it's more forgiving and it stretches. And then when I pull on this one, it's like, eh. So my right ear is my less stretchy ear. But anyway, I think that's it. Like I've always said, just be careful when you're stretching your ears or any body modification. Just don't be stupid about it. Be careful and try your very best to be patient. If you can't be patient in your ear, stretching your ears, you have the options of getting them scalpeled or whatever, though I don't know if I'd recommend that, because once you've done that, you cannot go down. I've gone to 0 gauge, and this is my goal size, as far as I know. This is probably as far as I'm going to go, so I can be able to downsize in the future if I want to, which I don't know if I ever would want to, but yeah, I'm just being cautious and making sure not to mutilate myself, and making sure that whatever I do is minor for the most part, and yeah, preserving my natural self as much as possible while also enjoying the art of body art. So yeah, just be careful and make sure you're clean, and make sure you wash your jewelry and wash your stretchy equipment for you stretch, in case you get like little tears. I think you get micro tears, and you don't want an infection. And yeah, overall, don't fuck yourself up. Just be careful. whatever you do, just make sure it's clean and you know what you're doing. Alright, so I think that's it for now. Remember, be happy, be healthy, be kind, and never give up. And if you're just starting stretching, or you're still on a stretching journey, I wish you the best of luck, and hope that you don't tear your ears a ton of times like I have, and I hope you don't have any blowouts or anything like that. So, sorry, I had a piece of food in my mouth or something. Ugh. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.